those column ranks and prepare to march. Again, and welcome to the University of Southern California. President Stephen Sample, the trustees, and the faculty of the university welcome you to the 113th commencement ceremony and extend warmest congratulations to all graduates and their families. Ushers in ROTC uniform and public safety officers are available to assist you. Please follow their instructions on seating areas, and please do not sit in the areas reserved for the graduates. Reserved seating for persons with disabilities and one companion is available at the east end of Alumni Park and may be reached by a ramp on Childs Way near Doheny Library. It is designated by a universal blue sign. For assistance with wheelchairs and access to sign language interpreters, please go to the reserved seating for persons with disabilities. Family photographers, this year, for the first time, an area has been reserved for your use near Doheny Library. It may be entered from Childs Way after 8:45 a.m. when the faculty processional has... Your columns to the starting positions now. Faculty, marshals, move your columns to the starting positions now. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated and please clear the fire lanes immediately. The program will begin in 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated and please clear the fire lanes immediately. Our program will begin in 5 minutes. Public safety officers have been instructed to clear the fire lanes and the lines of march for the degree candidates. No one will be permitted to stand on Truesdale Parkway during the processional commencement ceremony is ready to begin. The color guard will now post the colors.
This is the mucky mucks, I got a feeling.
That's the reserve seating.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the President's guests. the procession begins, graduates will march behind large yellow banners bearing the name of degree-granting schools. When the faculty enter the park, they will march behind heraldic flags bearing symbols of the degree-granting schools. And the School of Architecture are entering Alumni Park from the north end of Truesdale Parkway. They are followed by degree candidates from the social science departments of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, and by graduates of the School of Education. Column B, proceeding clockwise. The column entering from Hellman Way includes graduates of the Annenberg School for Communication, the Schools of Urban Planning and Development, Music and Theater, and degree candidates from the Humanities departments of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Column C. The column entering the northeast corner of Alumni Park includes graduates of the School of Public Administration, the School of Cinema Television, and degree candidates from the Natural Science departments of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences. Graduate students receiving the PhD, Doctor of Dental Science, Doctor of Pharmacy, and Doctor of Physical Therapy degrees are being seated directly in front of the platform. Master's degree recipients from the graduate school are being seated in the front just to the right of the doctoral students. Column E. Bachelor degree candidates from the School of Business Administration are entering the southeast side of Alumni Park from Childs Way. Column on the right, entering near the fountain at the southwest corner of Alumni Park, is led by graduates of the independent health professions, including biokinesiology and physical therapy, nursing, and occupational therapy. Joining the commencement ceremony for the first time are graduates of the Primary Care Physician Assistant Program. Column on the far right is the School of Engineering. The last group includes graduates of the School of Accounting, the Graduate School of Business Administration, the School of Gerontology, and the School of Fine Arts. the School of Social Work and the School of Architecture, having entered Alumni Park from the north end of Truesdale Parkway, followed by degree candidates from the social science departments of the College of Letters, Arts, and Sciences, and by graduates of the School of Education. Column B, proceeding clockwise, that column entered from Hellman Way, included being led by graduates of the independent health professions, including biokinesiology and physical therapy, nursing, and light, is the School of Engineering. The last group includes graduates of the School of Accounting, the Graduate School of Business Administration, the School of Gerontology, and the School of Fine Arts. The faculty are approaching from Boulevard Administration Building. The faculty column is preceded by heraldic flags representing each of the 20 degree-granting academic units in which they teach. The faculty are wearing colorful academic gowns and hoods draped over their backs that represent the institutions from which they received their doctoral candidates.
I always forget to get it in twice. Let's start the floor again. I did that the other day too.
Ladies and gentlemen, the faculty are approaching from Boulevard Administration Building. They are wearing colorful academic gowns and hoods draped over their backs, representing the institutions from which they have received their doctoral degrees. party is approaching from Bogart Administration Building. The platform party is approaching from Bogart Administration Building. One column led by the President of the Academic Senate, Professor Trunan Chang, who is carrying the silver university mace. The second column is led by Professor John Callaghan, the University Marshal. B. Sample.
I'm sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the singing of the national anthem, which will be led by Ms. Shauna Blake Hill. At the conclusion of the national anthem, please remain standing until the invocation has been pronounced by the coordinator of campus ministries, Rabbi Susan Lemley.
The Irish poet William Butler Yeats described a world in which things fall apart, the center cannot hold, mere anarchy is loosed upon the world, the best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Today, at the dawning of a new millennium, we too look out with concern upon a fragmented, polarized world. With Yeats before us, we seek viable modes of understanding. We seek a grounding for hope. With Yeats, we exclaim, surely some revelation is at hand. The Trojan family comes together on this clear, bright morning to celebrate, to honor, and to bear witness. We celebrate the achievements of graduating students and of accomplished professionals. We honor the skilled devotion of teachers, the sustained imagination of researchers, the civic wisdom of community leaders, and the unselfish caring of family members. We bear witness to the liberating possibilities of education, which continually beckon and concern themselves with God, but so that they may confirm that there is meaning in the world. He insists that all revelation is summons and sending. As the representative of this mighty assembly, I invoke the divine spirit, revealed in many ways and called by many names. O God, today's young people and their elders seek legitimate sources of revelation and worthy summons to action. Help us to find meaning in your world and to lead meaningful lives. Remain present to those who are graduating as they go forth into an uncertain world so that their inner security is adequate to its challenge.
Of the University of Southern California. With these ceremonies today, we are conferring degrees upon roughly 9,000 men and women whose dedication, commitment, and worthy efforts have brought them to a proud milestone in their lives. Among these graduates are recipients of second or third academic degrees earned through advanced study here at USC. On behalf of the entire Trojan family, I am pleased to say to each of our graduates, congratulations on a job well done. We have great confidence that you will contribute in important ways to our community and to our world. My hope is that we have supplied you with intellectual tools which will serve you for a lifetime. Intellectual tools which will equip you for meaningful and satisfying professional lives, but which will also serve you in your development as human beings and as leaders of society. I've heard it argued that leadership cannot be taught, that it is simply a gift which some people have and some don't. My latest experience in the classroom, co-teaching the art and adventure of leadership with distinguished Professor Warren Bennis this semester, has proved to me otherwise. Some of the graduates here today were among the 60 bright, eclectic, and ambitious students in this course. These students made significant strides in their own development as leaders by studying the history and future of leadership. They studied the lives of leaders ranging from King David to Napoleon to Margaret Thatcher. They explored whether Sir Thomas More, Machiavelli, and Mahatma Gandhi had anything to say to the leaders of the next century. And they questioned visitors such as General Norman Schwarzkopf as to how one goes about being a leader. But what made this class truly special was the students' willingness to navigate the difficult territory that separates leaders from the rest of the pack. They learned how to wrestle with the subtleties and complexities of life while still maintaining firm principles. In short, they learned how to think gray. Thinking gray is a very uncommon characteristic, and certainly one that requires a good deal of practice to develop. Most people take a binary approach to life, instantly categorizing things as good or bad, true or false, black or white. An effective leader, however, needs to be able to see the shades of gray inherent in most situations. Queen Elizabeth I and later President Harry Truman were known to say that you should never make a decision before you have to, but when the time comes, make it. Thinking gray allows a leader to suspend judgment as long as possible, not unlike a judge considering all of the facts in a case before making a decision. Our students learn to do this. In lively debates, they vigorously challenged their professors and each other, and frequently arrived at conclusions that were different from their starting points. For that matter, so did Professor Bennis and I. Whoever said that bright undergraduates can't teach a couple of old dog professors a few new tricks? These outstanding students convinced me more than ever that one of our most important jobs as a university is to help each student emerge as a leader in at least one area of human endeavor. Our mission statement here at USC calls on us not only to teach knowledge and skills to our students, but to help each one acquire wisdom and insight, love of truth and beauty, moral discernment, understanding of self, and respect and appreciation for others. In the final analysis, what determines a leader's ultimate success is not so much his professional abilities or political brilliance as it is his character. and the building of character is very much the goal towards which all of our academic efforts are directed. Thus, I salute you this day, not only as your president, but as one of your teachers. All of us on the faculty are tremendously proud of you. Indeed, you have lifted our spirits and renewed our faith in mankind. Into your hands will soon be entrusted all of the power, wealth, and wisdom which your forebears have accumulated over the preceding 7 millennia. I am confident that you will be good stewards of this sacred trust. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Right over there. Josh. Josh, they're right over here.
We're going to begin in about, we're going to begin in about 5 minutes. But before we can get started, we need to ask cooperation from the audience. We'll have to clear the entire area in the front. You must be seated. We must also clear, according to the fire marshal, we must clear the aisles. So please walk down the aisles.
On behalf of the School of Engineering, I'm pleased to welcome you as graduating students, parents, spouses, relatives, and friends on our 68th Annual Engineering Commencement. This day represents a milestone in the lives of our young men and women graduating today. The recognition being given to them on this occasion has been earned through long hours of studying, solving innumerable homework problems, enduring some impossible quizzes and exams, and sometimes staying up all night. Sometimes that even involves studying. But this is a day of recognition and celebration. We are here today to honor our engineering graduates. 366 have earned the Bachelor of Science degree, 675 the Master's of Science degree, 14 the Engineer's degree, and 91 the Doctor of Philosophy degree. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce some people up on the platform with me who have played a large role in educating these young people. We have Dr. Phil Munz, Chairman of Aerospace Engineering. You guys can stand and acknowledge. Dr. Jean-Michael Marat, representing Environmental Engineering. Dr. Yanis Yotzis, Chairman of Chemical Engineering. Science. Dr. John Cornero, Associate Chair of Computer Science. Dr. Hans Kuhl, Chairman of Electrical Engineering and Electrophysics. Dr. Mike Berbazari, Director of Environmental Engineering. Dr. Stan Settles, Chairman of Industrial and Systems Engineering. Dr. Murray Gershenson, Chairman of Material Science. Dr. Satwin Sadel, Chairman of Mechanical Engineering. Dr. Raja Shaghi, Director of the Petroleum Engineering Program. Dr. Elliot Axelban, Director of the Master's Program for Systems Architecture. And a special pleasure, we've got Dr. Ed Recton, who founded the Systems Architecture Program. Also, I'd like to mention Gloria Liu and Eric Hall, our co-valedictorians, who I'll be introducing in a little while. Louise Yates, Assistant Dean, Engineering Student Affairs. And Dr. Tom Katsouleas, Associate Dean of Student Affairs. Our flag bearers for this year are Patrice Greenwood, carrying the heraldic flag, and Michael Shea, carrying the silver banner. At this time, I would like to recognize the students who have earned special awards and honors. I would like to have each of these students come forward as their name is called. Serving as University Valedictorian this year, Kamal Demursala. Kamal. And serving as University I can never pronounce this word, salutatorian. Thank you. Clint Chua. Computer Science. Both Clint and Kamal are recipients of the Trustees Award, which is presented to a graduating senior who has attained the highest scholarship average. First of all, the Archimedes Circle Award is presented for outstanding achievement in scholarship to Gloria Liu of Biomedical Engineering and Eric Hall of Environmental Engineering. The Beagle Memorial Award for outstanding scholarship and professional promise in electrical engineering. Omega Chi Epsilon, Chemical Engineering. Chi Epsilon, Civil Engineering. Epsilon Pi Epsilon, Computer Science. Eta Kappa Nu, Electrical Engineering. Alpha Pi Mu, Industrial and Systems Engineering. Academic achievements of our students. This year, in addition to Clint and Kamal, we had a record number of students who achieved a 3.9 GPA or higher, and who were nominated to represent the 1996.
And so I thought for a while about the engineering class and the similarities which we must all have in common. And I came up with a few thoughts. First of all, I think most of us probably lived in the dorms for about a year. We've all most surely been baffled by the origins of the mystery media decay. You've all been accused of being able to program a VCR at one point or another. You've probably been questioned at least once about why you would like to drive a train after college. Many of you are experts on Monty Python, Star Trek, or both. And anyway, it's me, all three, to find Frank. Corey, Jason, Scott, JJ Love, Billy Madison, this is out to you. And finally, we are all very lucky to have professionals in the Engineering Student Affairs Office. To you parents, I can't tell you how much that office does. This university in the known world, fight on.
Santiago Arquizo. Josh.
Jason Stell.
Hey, Chi Wang.
Dennis Cruz.
Yan Lin.
Carmel Thompson.
Wen Bin Wang.
Lawrence Maroney.
Jian Ju Wang.
Jason Dees. Hong Chen Cheng.
Bachelor's degrees in civil environmental. Omar Siddiqui.
Joshua
Grace Benjamin.
Camille McCaffrey.
Jesse Gambala.
Raimundo Trejo.
Sarah Chow.
Chris Chang.
Stacy McKenna.
Melissa Ward.
Kelly Rondell.
علمنا كله بس بالانجنييرنج هذا.
Felix Lindy.
Aaron Morello.
Corey